We're planning to launch commercially this year. I think we will probably have 400 to 500 sites by the end of this year live. And at present we have 200 to 250 sites ready to be integrated into the commercial network. So we're really working on expanding this. Our initial plans will be to cover Johannesburg, Pretoria and Durban, and we're looking at Cape Town as a possibility as well, although there are challenges there with refarming spectrum. So it might not be a full 2 times 10 megahertz sort of carrier, but we're looking at whether it makes sense to do something else. Across the network as a whole, in the whole company, a capex investment of over 5 billion rand. I'm not allowed to tell you what the exact number is because the group guidance is 5 billion, but I must say that we're trying to get it above 5 billion. And you'll see on the network side specifically, a large portion of our investment, probably 50 to 60% is going into the access layer, which is the transmission and radio. And that's really to support all the broadband initiatives that we're taking. So be it mobile broadband, enterprise services, where we're providing now a lot more services in enterprise and wholesale space on the same infrastructure that we roll out for mobile. There's obviously other areas, for example, the core areas and the core radio are BSE RNCs as well. But the big focus has been on transmission and radio. If you compare what we did last year, where we brought up 314 sites on 2G and 598 sites on 3G, we've already passed the 3G number this year. So we're close on 700 3G sites for the year. Our target for the year is anything between 1,000 and 1,100. I think as a stretch target, we're actually aiming for 1,176, I think is the number. But we are probably about 60% of the way there. I think the other big thing we've done is that we've started from January, February to really make sure that every month we get in this 100 plus sites on the network. And I think historically we struggled with that, but we made a lot of changes to make sure that we brought that forward. And if you look at those numbers, you can see now on the 2G network we have a total of just under 6,800 2G sites. Over the last 12 months, we've experienced 200% growth in both 2G data and 3G data. So we're really seeing a massive increase in data throughput. And there's probably a couple of reasons. One of them is the amount of devices that we're seeing, the smartphones and so on. The second thing is really the fact that we put in a lot more coverage and capacity on the network. And every time we do this, we see this inflection in usage.